checking back in here for my Ultramarathon Journey. So it's been over a week since I've checked in. Been 2 long weekends involved in this process. What's been really exciting about this weekends is we've started now on the Sundays. The Distance Project group have now been together in a smaller group. Those of us who are running those 50 and 100 mile races here this upcoming fall. And so we've been able to separate off. And so the last 2 Sundays, we've been doing segments of the Katy Trail here in the St. Louis region. The first week we were just north of St. Charles, of Old Town St. Charles there. And we're kind of running and a little bit there for a 2-hour run. And then this past Sunday, we went to the very end or beginning of the trail, depending on where you think the beginning and end is. So we were there in another 2-hour run. And I tell you what, this last Sunday kind of got me on the Katy Trail. I felt great. Most of that section we were on was actually really shaded, so it was nice. And as we had turned and kind of cut back through, there was actually a little bit of a slight breeze at times. We kind of got out of those fully shaded sections, but then we had to make like a little turnaround to get back to our cars there. It's about the last 25-30 minutes, and I was just facing that sun, and it had gotten nice and warm and steamy by then too. And I was dragging those last few minutes, so I was glad to get some cold water out of the cooler when we got done with that one and sit down in the shade with the group and stretch and have a little conversation, which was really beneficial to people like myself who had never run, this is my first ultra. So I'm kind of taking some advice from some of those seasoned vets that are out there in the group as well. I tell you, so in this process as well, I know I'm just really getting started. I mean, there's a lot more to go, a lot even longer runs, but I'm tell you what, I'm appreciating the long run. Every time I've ever trained for a marathon, I always appreciated the short runs in the middle of the week and kind of dreaded those long weekend runs. I've kind of flipped the switch a little bit, to be honest. I kind of dread getting out for those short runs, maybe because it's been so hot and life's busy during the middle of the week as well. But I really enjoy those long runs and kind of setting my watch to that heart rate zone I need to stay in and kind of just monitoring that and kind of, slow and steady. And I've really enjoyed it. I will say though, the long run, and this is not the first time, it's always happened with me in marathon training as well, but I can't imagine where I'm going to get when I'm out doing some 4 and 5 hour training runs here soon. I'm always in my head in that long run, and my thoughts go from happy places to what the hell am I doing places. So it's my like just everything, family, friends, career, everything. Like what is going on in my world, and why in the heck am I out here doing this right now? But at the end of that, I love what I'm doing. I'm stoked for this upcoming race here this November. But I will tell you what, but it's gonna be like race day. Race day, I'm gonna have opportunities that I'm gonna be in and out of my head that entire race as well. It's happened to me in marathons. I can only imagine how that's going to be even furthermore when I get to that 50 miler. So I want to mention something. A lot of times I'm out running, I'm on different trails, Katy Trail, Grants Trail, or even like Forest Park, places like that. Typically without other runners out there as well. And sometimes out early in the morning. And I know we got our headphones on, we got our music, we're kind of locked into place a little bit. But damn it, if I wave to you, can you please wave back? Give me a head nod, something. Don't pretend like you don't see that person on the trail. Be courteous. Tell them good morning. Give them a little wave, whatever it might be. That little bit of inspiration, that might be inspiration to them to keep going, just because they heard something nice, because they could have been in their own head at the moment too. So wave back, damn it. All right, one last thing I want to mention here is, as I'm off into this training, and I felt like this before in some marathon trainings as well, but this training program, it's like a full-time job. It's like a full-time job. And what I mean by that is a couple of things. I'm really scheduling everything I do around it. I've even scheduled things in my work life around it so I can get these runs in. Weekends, completely different now. Where I used to be that person who could be up, maybe like for a marathon training, maybe I was doing my long run on a Saturday and have a rest day on a Sunday so I could do whatever I want on a Saturday night. I go to bed early on Saturday nights than I do on weeknights, just to get ready for Sunday and to stay rested through that weekend. So it's definitely a flip of the switch. I think my stay up night might be now Sunday nights, and then maybe Thursday nights sometimes too, because if I'm going to use that rest day as a Friday. So just how life has shifted for me is really interesting there as well. But really, it's become a second job. And I've discovered too, especially the last 2 weekends, and we're going to travel even further along the Katy Trail for these Sunday runs with the Distance Project. But I feel like even prepping for Sunday, it's like I'm getting ready for a small camping trip. Making sure I got like towels out, my foam roller out, make sure I got my cooler pack with stuff in it, because there may not be anything nearby where we are. Camp chair in case I want to sit in it. Like everything in the back of my car. You literally like think I'm going to be hanging out at the river for the weekend by the time I finish packing up the car on Sunday afternoon or Saturday night just for that Sunday morning run. I'm sure there's many of you out there who have done that before too, so you know where I'm coming from. All right, so this week we got, it's actually Monday here in St. Louis. Some warmer temps are calling for a little bit of rain here this afternoon, maybe some storms this evening. Going to definitely cool things off. Speed workout coming up tomorrow night, which I'm excited about because it'll actually be some cooler temps. I've missed it with the group the last 2 Thursdays because it's just been so hot. I've been getting it in on my own early Tuesday morning. Just trying to avoid as much heat as possible. But cooler temps this week, so it should make for a great week of training as well. So it'll be a lot of fun. All right, guys, stay tuned. We'll check in again. Hopefully I won't take as long between the last check-in as I did this one. And happy running.